People be
and see how we're gonna see how it works.
Oh shit, my hot.
What's going on with y'all, man? This is a little extra, a little caller extra. You know what I mean? So we're testing out something a little bit new. So it's just a little bit extra. If you want to join in, appear.n/NBK, and we can make it popping. So right now I got the Prince on the line in the chat. I got how do I say your name again?
Vivek.
Vivek. I got Vivek, and of course I got Who's Mark. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's still on here, just check it out. Right now we're talking about, where were we? What were we talking about?
Kyrie, Jimmy. A little bit of that.
Basically, your followers.
Yeah, we were talking about the followers, and we were talking about the followers. But I'm talking about as far as Knicks is concerned. What were we talking about? I forgot.
Just ways of getting rid of.
We did leave off.
Oh, go ahead. What were you saying? Who's Mark?
I said getting rid of contracts and whatnot.
Yeah, getting rid of contracts and stuff like that. Yeah. So we got somebody, Banks Money 1 is in the chat, said, I'm liking this, Sim. Nice. Yeah. Just a little extra Bank Money. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit extra as we're, I know the chat just testing out some things, I know
the chat gonna kill me for my webcam, but hey, it is what it is.
Only a couple of them, probably only a couple of them in there. Where's Tony Crow? You know what?
Tony Crow probably still woke.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably still up. You know what I'm saying? He's probably still up.
I like the trolling on the internet because I come from a time where when people really used to get bullied and joked on, so it never affects me. I just go right back at them.
Yeah, I feel you. But getting back to what we were talking about, like I think that if KP can come back healthy and KP can be
all he has to do is show a good 3 months.
The guy that he was becoming last year, he was becoming it. That first part of the season, he was really becoming, the guy that we want him to be. If he can come back,
even if he's not a superstar,
right. He don't have to be a superstar yet.
Exactly. He can be a star.
Yeah, he don't have to be a superstar yet. He just has to be a star, come back as an all-star player, and then when he comes back as an all-star player, people will recognize that, oh, look, I want to play with him. And then you got Kevin Knox, and hopefully Frank can come through and do what he does. And you got some pieces there.
I think the injury was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Because I think that
it was
come back stronger than ever. There were a lot of imbalances physically. He's going to fix that up in this process. Get stronger, obviously. They noticed some things in the rehab. Hey, we got to fix this up.
Let me tell you guys something, though.
Other stuff. So
I've seen KP in person. He is massive. Like, it's his core he has to work on, but he is massive. Like, he put on, from when he got drafted to now, he put on some weight. I've seen him. He's really massive. He ain't as skinny as people. It's his core work that he has to work on.
Yeah,
I see somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat was saying that he's injury prone, and I'm like, man, he's young, one, and then two, like you said. I mean, I remember coaching football. You always get those kids, and Sim, you probably seen them too. It's just always naturally bigger than everybody else, and they end up getting that. What's that? Oshlagers disease, syndrome. Where basically they grow too fast, and they grow faster than their joints and stuff. But basically, that's what KP. You got to give him time to let those muscles develop around those tendons and his ankles and his knees. And I think somebody said that too about strong ankles and strong wrists. I forgot where I heard somebody talking about that. Somebody was talking about either in the chat or I read that where the young kids basically you got to let them develop that. Getting those strong ankles and strong wrists to play NBA basketball.
Yo, Sin, let me tell you something. One day when you got time, you need to watch Laviat, the team that Porzingis play for.
Yeah.
Go look at their offensive sets. Oh, right. My God. I wish Dave Fizdale watched some of it because the way they center around KP in that offense, You get a guaranteed bucket every time. Every time. Because Davis, though, he got some sets himself too. He got this one. He got this one play at the elbow.
Yeah.
And if we run it correctly with the athletes that we got, it's a bucket every time.
Okay. And listen, I wouldn't put it past.
Because KP is a willing passer. He plays a lot of European ball. He looks to pass. Y'all gotta watch him. He looks to pass, but we don't have like shooters that's gonna. When he gets the ball, he's gonna shoot it. No, they're not gonna do that because they're not like spotty shooters like that.
Right.
If you can get when you really break down and look at our roster, he really played with like third string players. It was really terrible. It's just like when Kevin Durant left OKC and it just left a whole gap. That's how the Knicks look. When KP's off that team, and just look at the Knicks team. Just look at the Knicks team and think about where they would be successful on any other team.
Hey, I feel like I probably say your name wrong. Like Vec said, though, I think that KP injury, to say it like that, it was a blessing in disguise. Because remember, if you guys remember at that time, I think as funny as it is, Tim, that's when I started following you. Tim Hart, we was waiting on Tim Hardaway to come back, and we was actually trying to push for a playoff spot. So, you know what I'm saying? If we would have did that, we don't get no Kevin Knox. We don't get no Mitchell Robinson. We end up with Zaire Smith. You know,
I don't like him. 15, I don't like him.
You know, 15 pick. You know, so I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Listen, if we ain't in that top 5 draft pick, I'm using next year's draft to trade for a good player. Because this year's draft is about point guards. It ain't about what this year's draft was about. If you don't have
draft.
Yeah, if you don't have top 5,
scouting them boys. I remember I read an article they was talking about they already at the U17 US, you know what I'm saying, the USA 17 league, watching them boys play already. So trust me, they're scouting. They're already scouting.
I'm just saying, we just got off one draft right now. I need a break a little bit. You know?
Listen, let's let the season go by. Let's let the 82 games.
Hey, let's see what happens first.
we're gonna suck, but he's gonna try to win games. Because he's gonna try to win games to build a culture, and that's what he has to start with.
I mean, but see, I think that's the right move.
I don't want to tank. I really don't want to tank. That's why I said, if we didn't use that 2019 draft pick in this year's draft, we should have done that. We should have done that because this draft had the scorers, they had the wing players. Because next year's draft is nothing but point guards. It's nothing but point guards. And look at Wendell Carter. You see Wendell Carter?
Hold on. You talking Cam Reddish? You ain't checked out Cam or RJ, or you just saying after them two are gone, there's no more?
Yes, it's like those. Okay. After that, it's like we don't know. But those two, they are ready to go. It's like when you watch certain players and you see certain drafts, you just know who's gonna be who. And you just know how it's going to turn out in college basketball. Because I watched some of them in high school, some of these players that's coming in right now. And I feel like if we're not top 5, because we're looking for players that could like suddenly come in and make a little impact, not saying necessarily much, but that has a decent upside to go against Porzingis and whoever we get. Because remember, you don't want to put too much superior talent on one team. Because that causes ego. Because if you bring someone in and he thinks he's better than someone, and then we develop him, he's going to want to leave. So you're going to want to bring in players that's going to do glue stuff. That's why I said if we'd have traded that 2019 pick, we could have messed around and got into the top 20, the top 20 at least. Because that 2019 pick, people think we're going to lose. So that pick would have been is a very valuable pick. Because look at this. Imagine if we didn't go for Kevin Knox. Look at Wendell Carter. He's going to be. Listen, I'm telling you right now, he's going to be a star. He's going to be a star. But look at Lonnie Walker at 19. Look at Grayson Allen. Even for 30. Look at Grayson Allen. I think he's going to be a player. But he's going to be a quality glue guy. That's why
Okay.
I would have did with that 2019 pick. I'm not too much up with this draft because we're gonna try to win games. So basically, me thinking of being a top 5, top lottery pick in this year's draft, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be a lottery either. But I still could see us
Breaking up on us, Prince. Breaking up on us, Prince. Vec, what do you think, man? What you thinking about? Hey, Prince, you broke up on us, man.
Come on, Prince, get that right, bro.
All right. Hey, let me just jump in real quick before Prince comes back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
go
Vec.
ahead, Prince. Go ahead.
No,
So, Vec, don't be shy, man.
Go ahead, Vec. Go ahead,
I'll
Vec.
let Prince finish first. Let me
No,
let
go
Prince
ahead. Go ahead, Vec. Go ahead. I got him on mute until it's right, so that way we don't have no confusion.
All right. So look, I think this team's gonna be like we're a lottery team this year.
we gonna
However
suck,
nice
though.
we want to say it, it's
We
gonna be
gonna suck. We gonna
we got a
suck.
bad team. I mean that's just what it is. Now there are gonna be people that are gonna go against the Tank Commanders. So we gotta watch out because if you look at last season, I think Trey Burke was one of those anti-Tank Commanders because he ended up helping us win. I think 2 or 3 games on
Yeah. Oh
his
my
own.
God.
So you have to be
He
careful
did.
of those guys because, especially guys on expiring contracts, like the Ennis Cantors, anyone playing for a contract, Troy Williams, all those guys, they're gonna start showing off, and then once they start showing off, you're.
That's why I feel like we're not gonna suck. But our problem is we can't score. We can't score.
But it's a trade-off, right? So like,
Yeah, I know.
you got. I mean,
Go ahead. What was you gonna say? Vec, you there?
no, I'm there. I was just gonna say, we just let the season go on, see what go through the talent acquisition phase. I mean, we kind of acquired half the 2015 lottery picks.
That's
so
true.
see what happens. And,
Right. Right.
See what you can make out of it. Look, the 2019 free agency that seems very nice to think about. But remember, we're talking like Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Butler. Remember, Irving is he's coming off a couple injuries this year. And, you're going to have to deal with pretty much a 27, 28-year-old Kyrie in 2019.
26.
And, he's 26 now. He's going to be 27 next year.
Who?
And Kyrie.
Okay. Yeah.
And, he has all these injuries that you almost wonder, is he the point guard Amari? What happens if he gets nicked up in New York? And, it's like,
No. Amari knees was gone. Like both his college he had what Brandon Roy had. Those Kyrie don't have that.
But Kyrie had a major surgery. Didn't he have major surgery in
No, it was to take this.
He just set out.
This
finals?
Yeah, this one what he did was to take out screws. It was not his injury was fine. It was just to take out the screws because it got infected.
The screws would happen before there was a surgery before the screws. There was some.
Yeah, but he was fine. He was fine. The reason why he got hurt because of the infection of the screws. It wasn't necessarily the knee affecting him. It was the screw affecting his health. It was just affecting his health.
Yeah, that's why he sat out the playoffs. Yeah, you're right.
No, that's why he had to sit out because it was infected. It wasn't his knee.
Okay,
so Kyrie
so
aside, right? So Kyrie
but how
aside,
do we know it's not going to get
Jimmy.
infected again?
Huh?
How you know it's not going to get infected again?
Because he won't have the screw in.
So what? They
It's
took
to
the
remove
screw
the screw,
out.
yeah.
Okay, so they removed the
what
screw.
he had.
What did they replace it with?
Yeah, it was what KD had because it healed properly, and they just took out the screw. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So it healed,
I mean,
and then they
these are
took the screw
they're
out.
very tricky things, right? I mean,
Stephen Curry is a really tricky thing, and he won 3 rings. Come on now, man.
No, this is the ankle. They fixed. They changed the way he moved after that.
I understand that, but you sometimes you got to put your stock into something. You got to.
That's fair. I would put. Look, if I'm going to put my stock in someone, I'll put it in Kyrie before Butler. Butler's
that's
got
what
a
I
lot
said.
of minutes under him. Remember he's under Tibbs, and I don't trust Tibbs with players. Like we got Noah, and Noah. Look what happened to Noah.
I want to keep Noah because he's a coach. What people don't understand, he's a culture guy.
Yeah, I'm looking just in minutes. Look at what happened. These guys are all washed post tip.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler's basically going to be 30 next year, going on 35. You know what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know what's happening to him.
But the thing is, no, you see, the thing is why I believe that this whole week giving Butler this max deal, I don't think Scott Perry is thinking about giving. If he's like the third star, I don't think he's giving him a full max contract. Because the way he's doing things, he's really paying attention to money and what he's doing.
So
I don't feel like he's gonna give Jimmy Butler $100 and something million. I think he's gonna give him like a 2-year out, like a 2-year, and an opt out.
he probably would. I mean, that sounds like he would.
What you said?
Nah, I mean, that sounds like that would be a good deal.
I think the one.
Because even say this, even if we get Jimmy Butler, right, his usage rate won't be as much as it was on other teams because guess what? We have three top scoring players like in Kyrie and Paul Ziegler if we come back. So he won't have that much of a usage rate. And then the fact that he brings defense on the wing also, come on, that's a value player, man.
But that's the thing though, Mark. Though, are you going to start him or are you going to have him coming off the bench? Is he
Jimmy Butler. Yeah, Jimmy Butler going that straight. He's going that straight start lineup. Because the thing is, listen.
At 30 years old, you start Jimmy Butler at 32. 32 years old, 31 years old. You starting him?
Now I'm about to put you in your place because that Timberwolves team that people was watching. Don't think that team was good because Karl Anthony Towns. No, it was not. It was good because of Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
He was the.
Okay, I'll give you that. But even with you didn't pick up on the key thing. 31 years old. You're paying Jimmy Butler $100 million.
That's worth it.
So what? That's what I'm saying. Because what you gonna do with Frank? Is Frank to sit on the bench now? 2-3 years removed.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I'm about to break it down to you. Even if Frank don't start, him coming off the bench will give him a great role. It will force him into a role where he has to be a featured guy. That would be better off him for right now if we got Jimmy Butler. Wouldn't you say?
I don't know. The 2-year deal of him is.
I'm listening. I'm letting y'all go with it. I'm letting y'all go at it. I'm listening.
Because let me tell y'all something. Yo, I love Frank to death, bro. But if he is not showing any sense of aggressiveness, that is his main problem. I don't care. Sometimes I don't even care if he doesn't score. Because when I wanted to draft him, it was because of his defensive ability. That was my number one thing with him. And scoring could come second because he does things well. But it's the aggressiveness is what people are looking for. It's not necessarily scoring. It's him being aggressive.
Yeah.
I can understand that, but I think that's to the point that I just said, though, is if Frank is one of the top defenders, why are we going to sit him on the bench?
All right, let me ask you a question. Marcus Smart is not a starter, but look at how he plays his minutes. He plays damn near starter minutes. That's what Frank could be. That's what Frank role is going to be. Marcus Smart.
Asking for the $100 million. I don't know, but if he does, I guess that's what 5 years removed. I guess that's 5. So that's developing offensive game after 5 years. Him being Marcus Smart. He's arguably the Marcus Smart right now.
Let me tell you something. Marcus Smart is a championship type of like player you have on your team. He is Boston Celtics. He does a lot of things that a lot of teams that they don't have that will love Marcus Smart. If you watch Marcus Smart, he can't shoot, but defensively, he guards centers. It's amazing what he does for that team. And if they lose him, you're gonna see how drastically how bad the Celtics gonna look on defense because he is their guy. Defensively is Marcus Smart, and Frank has those defensive abilities to be as great as Marcus Smart. He can't.
But again, like you said, we talk about Jimmy Butler. We talk about getting back to, like you said, paying Butler his bread.
Someone just said in the chat, my boy Banks Money. If we brought Jimmy Butler here, right? Put it like this. We got Kyrie and Jimmy Butler for next year, right? Put it like this. We signed Kyrie to a max deal, and we signed Jimmy Butler to what? Let's say 2 and an opt-out. Jimmy Butler could be like a patch for us. Like, okay, we're going to use him for these 2 years. We're going to keep getting better. We're going to develop all the other plays that we have while we have him on this team. And then when his contract is up, that can lead another better talent to come play with us.
So how much would you give him, though, if you're going to do 2 and opt-out?
I give him 2 and an opt-out.
No, but how much money?
Whatever it calls for. Because we're looking to build and develop. We're not gonna. It's not like Golden State, guys. I gotta understand something. Golden State and OKC, those shits are an anomaly. Well, I thought Stephen Curry could have been number 1. When I watched him in college, he was that transcendent because he took a whole bunch of nobodies.
Let's see, Jimmy might get like 3 and 80. With a opt out in the 3rd year.
That ain't bad. I'd rather pay him that than Kyle Lowry $30 million.
We don't got $30 million though.
I'd rather pay him that.
Right, that's the thing. We don't have that to give away. I wouldn't just give that away to Jimmy Butler. I'm not giving that to him. I want it. I'll give it to him.
Okay, they said we have if we get rid of Courtney Lee and Tim Hardaway, right? If we get rid of those contracts, we're gonna have 55 mil. We're gonna have 55 mil in cap space this coming next year. We can get 2 max plays, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of those 2. Yeah,
I want Kyrie and Kawhi.
But Kawhi is because Kawhi's gonna get traded. He's gonna get traded, and he's a dark horse because they have him going to the Clippers and they have him going to LA Lakers. So it's basically we're like the 3rd string. Possibly, we don't know because the way how Kawhi handles his media, we don't hear nothing from him. So I'm thinking of the 2 possible best players that's coming out in the next 2 years because Clay ain't leaving. Clay is not going anywhere. If y'all think Clay is leaving, y'all must no, he's not going anywhere. Because what that team does, they need that.
I don't want Clay in New York anyway. I don't think
you don't.
Clay,
why not?
No,
how come you don't want Clay in New York?
Clay's not a number 1. He does things that are.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Let me tell you something. What Steph Curry does for Clay, you gotta listen to when Clay talks about it. Clay gets so much open space. He don't get the attention that Curry gets. And if Clay's on our team, teams are gonna lock him in because he don't dribble as cerebral as people think. He's not a creator off the dribble type of player. He's a catch and shoot 3-and-D guard. He has to play behind stars to be very effective.
He's probably the best 3-and-D guard though.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I'll give it to him, and that's the thing though. But again, like we talked about earlier in the chat, you know what I mean? Earlier in the first chat, we disrupt the culture of us. And I'm saying that coming that way.
Say the last thing I didn't hear.
I said him winning 2, 3, 4, 5 championships out there, then come to New York and buying into our philosophy. I don't know if he's really a teacher. I don't know if he's a teacher.
No, he's not that type of player. That's why he looks
can leave in Golden State.
That's why he looks. Let me ask you a question. As a player, why would I leave? If I'm getting paid $80 million by my sneaker company and I'm damn near getting a max deal, why the hell am I leaving a winning culture? Why? He's not that type of player that wants to go beat and be the guy. He's not that guy. He's shown you for years and years that he likes playing behind who he playing from.
I'm with that. I'd rather us draft a 2 guard. I'd rather us draft a 2 guard.
As great as Draymond is, he's expendable when it comes to keeping Clay, Steph, and KD. Because Draymond is not a max player.
Oh, they may keep all of them, knowing them.
No, you know why I think they're gonna keep all of them? Because of the new stadium, and they're gonna be willing to pay that money because when they get that new stadium, prices gonna go way up again. So they're gonna be able to spend the money to keep them to see how long it goes. But the only thing is, KD, because he's so unpredictable, I think he has two. For me, I think he has 2 more years there because I don't think he likes the notion that he's still not the guy that he's the reason why they won, because he's really not the guy because they won. Like it's KD's. That team will never, ever, 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 ever be KD's team, and he knows that. He knows that, and he ain't leaving that type of point guard to go play with anybody else. Steph allows KD to be KD.
I think he's comfy. I don't think he's gonna leave.
He's comfortable because the thing that when you listen to Kyrie and when you listen to KD, they are just basketball players. They don't like what comes with the basketball. Like with LeBron, LeBron loves that shit. He loves all that shit. KD and Kyrie don't like that. If y'all go back and listen to Kyrie on Bill Simmons' podcast, you will understand KD and you will understand them both, and they just want to play basketball. They just want to go to work, play basketball, be great, and go home. And not with this extra drama shit that LeBron brings. LeBron loves that. LeBron loves that. KD's a little different type of person.
All right. Hey, who's smart? Let me ask you a question, man.
Go ahead.
When you think you're gonna have your equipment?
Probably about in the next 2 weeks.
Because, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this round table. You know what I mean?
When's the round table?
That's gonna be in September, like September 20th.
Yeah, I'm not equipment before that.
Like September 25th. You know what I mean? Somebody asks, how come they can hear your voice but they don't see you on a video call?
Because this bum ass Google Chrome inside camera don't work. What can I do if it don't work? I ain't no damn technician.
I mean, what you mean? All you gotta do is step in front of the camera.
I mean, I had a Dell, but I freaking broke it. It dropped, so I had to get a new one. So I'm waiting for that one now. Cause I got that new 2-in-1 joint. That's probably the illest. That computer is way faster than the MacBook Pro. So for people that's about to spend $7,000 on the 2018 MacBook Pro, y'all idiots.
Oh.
I mean, we'll see what's up. Hey, I'm gonna jump off in I'm probably jumping off in like 10 minutes, guys.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, that's what's
you know
up.
what I mean? But you know, we got 10 minutes, whatever else you want to discuss.
Hey,
when we do the round
anybody-
table, you know, when we do the round table, I'm gonna have some people. Hopefully, Knicks Film School will be in the round table. Jay Macri, hopefully, and I'm gonna handpick some people. But I'm looking at possibly doing it once a month, and we'll probably have like between 6 and 12 people in there, and we'll have topics that we discuss.
Listen, Simeon, when you introduce something like that, that's like a gimmick. You have to do that enough to where viewers will know that you're gonna do it. So like once a month.
Well, because it's not something that I'll be testing it.
Let me tell you,
I'll be testing it.
But something like that, Simeon, something like that will help you grow fast.
Yeah, it will. But it's only one person. I can't be on every single night.
See, first you gotta get the loyal people.
I'm not saying every night, but like once a month is kind of like wild crazy.
Well, why is that wild crazy?
Because that's
Hey man, if that's what the time the man got,
no.
Why is that wild crazy?
No. I'm gonna tell you why it's wild crazy. Because a show of that magnitude can be wildly entertaining.
It can be.
So when you take something like that,
money for that though.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let me tell you something.
Let's start slow. Let's.
Wait, hold on. But this is why when you do something like that, people's gonna come in and they will support you if you let it know. You gotta let it know. So when you let stuff like this know, you'll be surprised what people on the internet will do for you.
Yeah, you right about that. You right. You right.
Let me
You
tell you
right.
something. This YouTube game, I never seen these kids, these people, they spend their money, man. And they do it because guess what? They don't watch television. They don't like the news. So when they get something like this where they can clearly just be entertained without any politics or any other bullshit, they're gonna come running. They're gonna come running, and you have the right set of people to go along with your show. Yo, you got a hit, bro. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, when you got something that wildly entertaining with the right people that can entertain the crowd, you'll be surprised on what people could do. You see people sending you super chat, you could be getting super chat out your behind. It's like, yeah, I gotta stop. When people are that, now I'm telling you, I've seen it because I remember I was watching this one kid, and he just entertained. He just entertained, and I kid you not, by the end of his stream, he probably collected over like $3,000. People are just giving him money just to speak to him. That's how bad. That's how easy it gets on YouTube.
Well,
So when you have
it is what it is. I mean,
we can test it out and whatnot. But
you gotta do a couple pilots. You gotta do a couple pilots to see what's going on.
Of course. But when you have a show like that with the amount of people, and you got entertaining people on there, you gotta do that during at least like 5-6 times a month, man, because that's what people are coming here for.
Well, we start, you start off and we're gonna start off and see how it goes and see what the response is. You know what I mean?
I'm just telling you, like, for future
cool.
reference.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I'm not saying do that like right away or like do it right away or every day. Nah, that'd be too much. I wouldn't be able to do it every day.
Nah, but hey, all right, listen, guys, I'm about to go ahead and rock up out of here. Little nothing but Knicks extra for everybody. I'm glad you guys got about 100 people that jumped on and hear you guys debate, right? Hear you guys, talk a little trash and whatnot. I think they enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool, and maybe I'll do this a little more often. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do a little more often. Just jump on that.
Let me say something to the chat real quick.
All right.
I want you to understand something. When you're on audio, it changes your voice. So what I'm displaying right now is not necessarily my voice in real life. I just want people to know that.
Hold up, Mark. Mark, wait a minute. Hold up, man. It's your voice.
No. It's really not, because audio changes my voice. I'm gonna tell you how. Because like when I'm on the phone, people think I sound like a girl, but in person, I don't sound like nothing like a girl.
Man, you don't sound like a girl to me. You sound like who's Mark?
Bro, I'm telling you from my standpoint how I get viewed. How I get viewed, I sound very different to other people. When it come over audio,
that's uniqueness, man. That's uniqueness, man.
Like things said, I am an anomaly. I like to think of myself like that.
We all are in some way.
Yeah, nah, yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, to me, you say your voice sound. This ain't your voice. I mean, I can't picture you with any other voice, man.
I swear to God, if you see me in person, it's a whole different voice.
So in person, so you telling me every other person in the world, when they get on the telephone, their voice is the same, but your voice is different.
I'm saying, like, sometimes the audio. That's what my voice. I'm telling you, because I get on calls, and sometimes they call me ma'am, and sometimes I have to tell them, like, no, I'm a guy. I'm telling you.
Oh my God! The Chronicles. Who's Mark Chronicles?
If I'm reacting to people in real life and they say I sound nothing like a girl, or they never make like fun of my voice in real life, and then I get on a chat and they saying, "Yo, I sound mad crazy," it's the audio that does it, because I get it a lot of time when I'm on the phone with people. People say
man. So when we meet in person, you're gonna have a deep voice.
No, I have a little more bass to my voice compared to what I sound like on audio, because I do like when I listen to myself, I sound wild different. I really do. I sound really wild different.
All right, man. Hey, but
and people think that I'm 28 years old. So think of that. Like I'm 28, and I might sound like a child.
hey,
People
man.
think that I'm.
Yo,
People ain't think I'm 28.
everybody got their thing. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You're
I'm
a
not
cool
trying,
person.
like, people think I'm trying to be funny. I'm being dead ass serious. I'm being dead ass serious.
Oh my God.
It said Mark voice in real person sounds like Barry White.
No, not Barry.
That's what they said in the chat.
And the thing is, like when I interact with people, I get hyped. Like I get happy. Like that's just my nature.
Yeah.
Like I like human interaction because a lot of people nowadays they don't know how to interact with people. They don't know how to interact with people. So I get excited for people. I can talk to people, but people don't like to talk nowadays.
All right. Well, yo, man, I'm about to rock, man, because it's late.
All right, man.
I'm about to get out of here. You know, maybe we do this again after the next chat. You know, have a little extra or something like that where we just talk for 10, 15 minutes. You know, afterwards. I think people, at least people in this chat right here, kind of enjoy it. You know what I mean? So it's cool.
Just to get a little extra off your chest.
Exactly. Just to get a little extra something, man.
I always gotta get the last hoorah. You know, gotta leave your imprint. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, gotta leave your imprint. So you
All right, man.
So people can remember you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all Tuesday night, man.
Holla back.
All right, peace.
Man, shout out to chat, man.
Peace.
I love the chat.